Hi, my name is Anna, and I want to tell you about a strange thing that happened to me about 2 years ago. I live with my parents, and everyone lived this experience with me. In our family, there was me, my mother, my father, and two younger brothers. When this happened, I was around 14 years old. I never understood the reason, and I will try to detail for you how this happened. We had recently moved to a new house. This one had one more room than our old one, so there was a room for each brother and my parents. I really liked the new house because it had more space than our old house, and it was prettier. 2. At the back of the house there was a swimming pool and a small backyard. The first time I heard that sound was in the first days in the house. I got up to go to the bathroom because the rooms were on the second floor of the house. I remember well that I was at the refrigerator door drinking water when I heard a scream. It was a woman's scream, and it was very loud. It came from the back of the house right where there was a door to the kitchen. I dropped the glass in the tea, and I ran up to my room to hide under my covers. I couldn't understand what that was. The next night I was afraid to drink water, but I ended up giving in. It was around 2 in the morning, and again I heard the scream coming from the back of the house. Once again I ran upstairs to get to my room, but this time even under the covers I still heard the scream outside. It lasted about 5 seconds and stopped. After about 10 minutes it came again, and it stayed like this for half an hour at this rate, and I couldn't sleep, and I was scared to death. The next day I told my mother about what was happening at dawn, and she said that she also heard something but thought it was a dream at night, and she said to me that she would pay attention to see what it could be. The next night I took a glass of water to my room so I didn't have to go down to the kitchen at dawn, but even so I woke up in the middle of the night with the same screaming sound coming from outside the house. In my room I could hear it, but it was stuffy. The next day, I decided to look on the internet after getting home from school, and there it said that it could be a spirit or a person, that I should check to see better. So that's what I decided to do. I talked to my mother, and she said that I could wake up. It was the night for us together to see what could be in the backyard, and as every night I was listening to that sinister scream, this one was no different. As soon as I started listening, it was around 2 in the morning, and I went to my parents' room to wake up my mother, who went down to the kitchen with me, and the two of us stopped in front of the door that gave access to the backyard, and we waited for the scream to start again. It didn't take 5 minutes, and he came back. My mother thought it was better for us not to go see. She was very scared too, and said that it didn't look real, and that it was very strange indeed. So I decided to buy cameras to put in the backyard, cameras with night vision to see at night and see what that could be. I asked my mother for the money and bought a set of cameras and spread them out in the backyard. I was anxious all night and didn't even sleep. When the screaming started, I went to look at the cameras, and there was nothing. I looked at all the cameras I put, and there was nothing there. That was very weird. I showed the footage to my mom and dad too. And now he had also started to hear the screaming in the yard, and my brothers also said the same thing. The chasuble said it was the girl who lived there too. That scared me so much, and I asked him who that girl was, and he said that she already lived there before us and that she wanted us to leave her house. I made him say that to my mother, who was really scared. She asked him if he talked to that girl, and he said that the times and that she was ugly and he didn't like to talk to her, and I asked him where he had last seen her, and he replied, _in the backyard. It was getting really weird. We had no idea what it could be. I knew it was a spirit because I had researched it on the internet, and there it said that it could be someone who died in the house when it was alive, or some spirit sent by someone else, or something unknown. All I know is that my father started to listen and said that he saw figures in the backyard spending the night, and then he decided to put the house up for sale. It didn't take long to sell, and soon we left that place. I remember my last view of that house. I remember the day we moved. We were leaving. I looked at the house and saw a woman at the window of one of the rooms on the second floor. Up. That house was really haunted, and our family felt it firsthand. Today we live in a quiet house, and I will never know the history of that place.